I am Tony Metro. Welcome to the stream, you guys. Today we're going to be watching spring training game 2, or actually rather game 3 for the New York Mets as they take on the St. Louis Cardinals. So have it here on my phone. I'm going to be switching over between here and between game day, and I'm here to just answer some questions, talk some Mets, talk some baseball with you guys. So feel free to propose any questions or anything you'd like to talk about. The floor is yours while we watch the Mets and the Cardinals. So I'm going to have game day rolling right here while we go through this. So I hope you guys enjoy. And so far, it looks like the Mets got out to an early lead, 3 runs in the first. It was an RBI single from J.D. Davis, RBI singles from Tomas Nido, as well as Luis Guillorme. And the Cardinals came back. Nolan Arenado had an RBI single off of Jared Eichhoff. So, give me some questions. Let's talk some baseball, guys. Whatever you feel like talking about, the floor is yours. Thank you for joining the stream. If you didn't catch it, I'm Tony Metro, cover all things New York Mets and Major League Baseball. Figured I'd take some time today to catch up with you guys, see what's going on in Europe, and we could just talk about pretty much anything you guys feel like discussing right now. So yesterday, the Mets played the, I believe it was the, who'd they play yesterday? Was it the Marlins? I don't remember who we played yesterday, but the Mets won 2-0 on solo home runs from Jeff McNeil, as well as from Albert Almora Jr. So that was a nice win for the team yesterday. Pitching was pretty good. Marcus Stroman pitched well, 2 perfect innings, up, 6 down, and we all heard the comments that Stroman had to say after that. Really was, pretty confident in the way that he pitched in the spring training game. William Renaud, you can stream the game, Tony. Download Dofu Sports Stream. Okay, hey, let me check into that. I can stream the game. I mean, I do have TV. I don't know if I am permitted to stream that while watching on MLB TV, but I could try and do that. Let's give that a shot real quick. Right now, you guys should see MLB Game Day. I'm going to go over and see if my MLB TV will allow me to do this, or if I'm going to get sued by Major League Baseball, because that would suck. Let's take a look. I got it on my phone as well, so I am watching the game. I just wasn't sure about the legality of me streaming it to you guys on YouTube like the way I am right now. Here, the former Let's take a look. How's that? Yeah, welcome to the stream. There we go. Pretty sweet. So who do we have up? Jonathan VR. So the Mets signed Jonathan VR, and, they're probably going to have him be their utility guy as he flies one to shallow center field. Shortstop is out there to make the catch and retire Jonathan VR. I don't really see him playing a huge part on this team. I think he's more likely going to be a guy that's like coming off the bench for some defense. He plays multiple positions, but he's got a little pop in his bat. So I really like the signing. He's kind of cut from that same cloth as Kike Hernandez, who I really wanted the Mets to sign. Obviously, they did not do that. He went to the Red Sox. But VR could be that similar kind of guy where you plug and play him at multiple positions. He's kind of like, that second group of replacements and probably one of the first guys to bench for the Mets this year. So excited to see what he brings as he flies out to center field. So that'll bring up J.D. Davis. Davis had an RBI single in the first. The Mets are going to be depending on J.D. Davis pretty good amount this year. Oh, is it true, Mets fan? Will I get copyright? Do I care, though? I mean, if I get copyright, what's the worst that's going to happen? Like, you guys are still watching it right now. What if I stream it through a different stream? Not through MLB.tv. Will I still get a copyright strike? Whatever. I mean, if I get a copyright strike, I get a copyright strike. So much better, though, with the game actually on. I mean, hey, so do any of you guys know if I go into like another stream, they might shut me down for a month. J.D. Davis with another single. 2 singles on the day. Love that. Both into left field. And this is coming off of, the first one was off Kwahun Kim, who had a really solid first season last year in Major League Baseball. He came over from Japan. This one is off of Parsons, who I'm not sure who that is. I've not actually heard of him. All right, well, I guess I better shut this down. I'm going to take your guys' advice. Let's go over to the MLB TV app or the MLB Game Day, whatever you call it. And we'll do that instead because I don't want to get copyright strike. Do you guys know if I'm able to, put it on a different stream? Like if I'm able to find a different stream online, would that be okay? Or the stream is just not okay? You guys let me know in the comment section because I don't want to get shut down for a month. That would suck. Great, good advice. Good looks, guys. Appreciate that. This is okay though, right? I could do the MLB Game Day. And I'll keep the volume up on my phone. So you guys at least have that. So here's Jose Martinez. The Mets signed Martinez basically to be a guy that can come in off the bench and hit left-handers. That's kind of been what he's been doing for a while. Yes, fam, let's get you in here, bro. How do we do that? I'd love to have you come on. Let's get Mets fan from YouTube in. I'm going to invite him right now. If you guys don't watch our streams every Thursday, Mets Fans Only has a stream on his YouTube channel. Me, Mets fan from YouTube, Jolly Olive, I Talk Sports. We get a lot of people in there, a lot of Mets fans, and a little mix of Red Sox fans in there as well. And we are always looking to expand. So I'm going to get Mets fan from YouTube in on this stream with me. I'm going to send him the link to this right now. Well, I missed it. I wasn't paying attention, and it looks like Jose Martinez just hit a 2-run double. So the Mets go up 5-1. Martinez comes in. Nice piece of hitting there to drive in some runs. It looks like it was actually an error. Wow, okay, so that ball might have got lost in the sun and just couldn't be handled by their left fielder out there. That definitely should go down as an error. All right. It's almost like you got to anticipate regardless if it blows or not. As soon as he put the hand up to block the sun, he's on his heels. Yeah, that's a tough play. I mean, if anyone's ever tried to, hey, Mets fan from YouTube, I sent you the link. Feel free to hop in. If you've ever had to deal with on the sun, never very fun. If you guys have ever played baseball for, I'm sure all of you have. If you're here, never fun. You're supposed to flip those shades down, use the glove to block the sun, but it's a lot easier said than done, especially in Florida right now. It's got to be difficult. Hey, thank you, William. I appreciate you, man. Welcome, and thank you for the advice, dude. That's very, very kind of you to look out for me. Yeah, Baseball Hut's a great guy. He was on those live streams with us. I don't think he's going to be doing it any longer with us, unfortunately. But, we'd love to have him back if he ever decides he wants to come back. So hopefully that'll be the case. So Mets fan from YouTube is going to be joining me here in a moment, and he is one of the co-hosts of the Mets Fans Only podcast and stream that we do every Thursday. There should be one tomorrow. It'll either be at 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm on the West Coast, so I always say 3 or 4 by accident. But yeah, it'll be 6 or 7 Eastern time tomorrow. We talk all things baseball, more specifically the New York Mets. But yeah, we always get into all the different topics around the league. And speaking of which, if you guys didn't see my latest video, just posted it yesterday. I'm asking, who's the face of Major League Baseball? Is it Fernando Tatis Jr. or is it Mike Trout still? I personally still think it's Mike Trout, but, Fernando Tatis is making his case. The guy is electric. And, he's playing in a city of San Diego where team's a lot better than the Angels. It's a much more fun city. Anaheim's kind of in the middle of nowhere. I'm actually very close to Anaheim, closer to LA. I've been to both Dodger Stadium and Angel Stadium, and just unfortunately, Angels just do not have a great fan base. There's not a lot of hype. They've only made the playoffs one time in his career, which kind of sucks. We don't really get to see the greatest player of our generation playing on the biggest stage. And so that's why I really do see a path for Fernando Tatis to take over as the face of Major League Baseball. So if you guys haven't seen my video, I just posted it. Check it out. It's on my channel. Pretty much a big flop. Only got 40 views on it yesterday. God, killed me. Put so much work into that one. Damn. That's all right. We'll get him next time, right? So Luis Guillorme is up, coming off an RBI single in his first at-bat. 1-1 count. Parsons at the stretch. Delivers. Chopped into the dirt, foul ball from Guillorme. Love Guillorme not wearing batting gloves. That's so old school. I love that. I mean, Not the biggest Luis Guillorme fan. I do like him for the role that he'll probably play, which is just kind of as a backup and plug and play kind of dude, similar to VR. But I gotta say, man, no batting gloves. That's just old school. I love that about Guillorme. So, I mean, what do you guys think? Will Luis Guillorme play a big role on this team this year, or is he going to kind of just be one of those dudes that falls off by the wayside? I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on that. We got 3-2 now on the way to Guillorme, and he wastes one away, fouls off to the left side. So let's check out this Parsons guy. I'm going to look him up. I've not actually heard of him before. And let's see where he comes from and all that. Thomas Parsons. Born in 95. Wow, he's a year younger than me. That's scary. He is out of Columbus, Ohio, and highest level of play was at AAA last year. Played in AA as well. Not the best minor league numbers as far as double and AAA, but you never know, man. You get a guy like Jacob deGrom who might come around and turn into something. 3-2 on the way to Guillorme. Parsons at the stretch, delivers. Guillorme reaches out over the plate, fouls another one away. Good at bat from Guillorme. If nothing else, Guillorme gives you a good at bat, man. I mean, he knows how to just make a pitcher work. So I really do appreciate that about him. And of course, he's got that swift fielding glove out in the field. Second base, third base, shortstop. I mean, he's really come around on me. Not saying he's going to be a guy that hits 300 or 20 bombs, but if he just be a guy that comes in, plays great defense, can give you a good at-bat here and there, that's all you can ask for. I remember 2019 against the Nationals, had that game-tying home run. I was in the stands. Unbelievable moment for him. 3-2 on the way. Another foul ball. Okay. But Arenado's tracking it in foul territory. Catches it. Nicely done by Arenado. Had to deal with the bullpen in foul territory and still manages to stick with it. God, I wish Nolan Arenado was a Met. I wanted that so badly to happen. Ugh, terrible. Cardinals are looking like they're going to have a good lineup this year. Let's take a look at what their lineup is today. They got Tommy Edman, who's a stud, Paul DeYoung, Nolan Arenado, Dylan Carlson, their top prospect. Dean, I don't know who that is. Nizer, don't know who that is. Thomas, I believe he's been up with the team for a little while now. Williams, Nagasaki. Okay, so don't know those guys. So Hyunyoung Kim had a really great rookie season last year. I think he came over from Korea, actually. And not a great spring outing here today. 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned in just 2/3 of an inning. Spring training, can't get too caught up into it. And that's kind of where I had to draw the line with Marcus Stroman's comments yesterday. I mean, he was a little too hyped for my liking. I mean, I like confidence in my team and my pitchers, my players, but, he was like really, really over the top confidence today. Didn't love that, but, whatever. William, that's awesome, dude. I go down to Petco every year when the Mets play. I love San Diego. I try to catch a game at Petco every single year. Usually go and stay in that hotel right there that connects over that bridge. And it's really sweet. Really fun to go Petco. If you guys have not been to Petco Park in San Diego, for my money, best ballpark in baseball. Now, I haven't been to all of them. I've been to about 12, some of them that are no longer in existence, but really great ballpark. I mean, awesome part of the city, like tons of stuff to do in downtown, right next to the Gaslamp District. And the stadium itself is just sweet. The food is great. The beer is great. It's a really, really fun stadium. And I love that building out in left field corner, the Supply Metal Warehouse or Western Metal Warehouse building. It's so cool how they kept that building from old downtown San Diego and incorporated it into the stadium. So big fan of that one. Yeah, Dodger Stadium, man, like it's kind of a dump, but they've done some renovations and it just has some charm to it because it's a historical stadium. I wouldn't say it's like an ugly or shit stadium, but like it's not anything flashy. It just has that nostalgic charm to it. So I got to give them that. But the Dodger fans, I mean, the absolute worst in Major League Baseball. Can't stand them. Andrew Acevedo, welcome, man. I appreciate you guys. If you guys have not checked out Andrew Acevedo, another great Mets YouTube channel, also a big Pittsburgh Penguins fan, makes some great content. Be sure to check him out. Yeah, the bench is looking pretty good. It's probably going to be Jonathan Villar, Kevin Pillar, Luis Guillorme, Tomas Nido, and then maybe Albert Almora Jr. Could be even Khalil Lee. Could be see who else do we got in there. I don't know. I think we'd be covered at the infield with Guillorme and with Jonathan Villar. And then you have to imagine that one of Dom Smith, J.D. Davis are going to be on the bench throughout the season. Not every day, but, I guess J.D. Davis is probably the starting third baseman at this point. So Jared Eichhoff back on the mound for his second inning of work. Gave up an RBI single to Nolan Arenado in the first. Eichhoff's one of those guys, probably likelihood of him making the team is very small unless he has an outstanding spring. And if you leave a hanging curveball over the plate like that, you won't be making the team. Single into center field for, looks like that was Andrew Keisner. That was a hanger right down the middle. Yeah, that was, that could have been tattooed if it just went a little more over the plate. Oof. Got lucky to get away with that one. That was a hanger. So let's take a look. What has Jared Eichhoff done in the last couple of years? I know he was with the Phillies at one point. I think he might have had a cup of coffee with us in 2020. Let's take a look and see what he's done over his career. Well, last year, yeah, he was with the Texas Rangers. Got assigned to their alternate site. They signed him to a free agent contract, invited him to spring training. Then he got released, or at least he was elected free agency, and the Mets picked him up. Let's see, he's pitched with Texas, Philly, San Diego in 2020. Let's see, how many appearances last year in 2020? 0. All right, so he didn't even pitch last year. Actually, sorry, that's not true. He did. He had 3 appearances last year for San Diego, all out of the bullpen. 4 innings pitched, gave up, looks like 2 runs. So, yeah, this is one of those guys, another depth signing by Sandy Alderson, nothing crazy. Just someone where hopefully the Mets don't ever have to rely on Jared Eichhoff. But, if they do, at least they'll have someone better than, Chris Flexen or Corey Oswald or, Walker Lockett, like those kinds of guys. Can't be too disappointed with bringing in major league arms. So we got Mets fan from YouTube here. Welcome. What's going on, Mets fan? How you doing, bro?
What's going on, everybody, man? What are we thinking about the bench depth right now, huh? Looking nice.
Yeah, I can't complain. There's nothing wrong with having some nice major league pieces like Jonathan Villar and
100%.
Those other guys. Hopefully, not people will have to rely on for the long term, but if you do, it's much better. It's much better than the Omar Quintanillas of the world that we've experienced over the last 10 years or so.
Yeah, I was saying this on Mets Weekly a few times. That type of second unit. It'd be nice. I would love to have that type of thing where maybe VR leads it off, and just in case, because things can go wrong. So we'll see. I have not gotten that much information about Mets Weekly tomorrow, but
yeah, I don't know yet. Eventually, it'll be there.
It'll be there though.
So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, we do Mets Weekly stream hosted by Mets fans only, myself, as well as Mets fan from YouTube. I talk sports, Jolly Olive, and a few others come in. We talk New York Mets news and Major League Baseball. So check that out. You guys can follow us both on Twitter. Mine is Tony Metro MLB, and I believe you're a Mets fan from YouTube. Is that correct?
I'm Mets fan on YouTube, but I have from YouTube in my handle, so I might have to change that. I don't know. Might be a little confusing. Wander Franco went deep today. Wow. Was that his first at bat?
Is he going to be a part of that this year?
Nice.
Is he making a big league team?
I believe he will because Willie Adames stinks. Let's see.
When you look at him analytically, he does a lot of things well. And, if he can make contact, now obviously that's not a good example.
So for those of you that do not have the game stream on, ground ball to the third base shortstop pole, J.D. Davis came running in on it, made a nice play to throw the runner out at first. It's going to be a big focus this year, Mets fan. What do you think about J.D. Davis as the everyday third baseman, at least defensively?
I think as of right now, there's nothing to worry about right now. I mean, we're hearing a lot of stuff about him working with Lindor. If it becomes a problem near the All-Star break, address it at the trade deadline. That's all I say. If you're trying to get into that win now, if you're one move away, make that move. If not, don't make it. And JD's got a great bat, so he definitely has that for him. And he also does have a strong arm. It depends on if he can get the ball into his glove. That's about it.
That's the first part. Get the ball in your glove.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
Be able to do it. No, Slim enters the chat and is wondering what I think about Armando Benitez. We already have Armando.
I think it's time to pull Ike off here.
Yep. Well, 3-run bomb right there, and that was That was Nagasaki. Wow. Okay. Nagasaki deep to left field, a 3-run bomb to bring the Cardinals within 1.
I know Eichhoff is like a curveball friendly type of guy. He must be hanging him tonight.
That looks like a fastball right down the middle to me.
There we go.
Let's see if they have that was a 4-seam fastball, 93, 90, 90 miles per hour. I mean, I know, Velo's down right now this early in camp, but I mean, that was
he's giving up a lot of barrels here.
Oh, and that's a hanging curveball. That's just barely got under that one. That was waiting to be hit out of the park.
405 feet, the distance of that home run off the bat of Nagowski.
He's 30 years old. Curveball friendly. It looks like 31% usage of curveball to first 4-seam, 36%. So yeah, he's pretty much split with that. Slider, he throws slider just as much. Wow.
I was saying before you entered, the great thing about Eichhoff is he's not someone that this team is going to be dependent on for, big innings. He's kind of like a probably sixth option after all the other rotation and bullpen arms that we have.
At this point, as to what I'm seeing, I would say that Lugo is probably a better starting option than him as of right now. So, if it gets to that point, then we don't know. Amora's been looking pretty good. I'm very impressed with him.
Almora over and makes the catch.
Can of corn for Almora to end the inning. So probably going to be it for Eichhoff today. 4 runs, 3-run blast from Nagasaki off of him. RBI single to Nolan Arenado in the first. Not a great start, but hey, it's his first appearance in spring training, so can't write him off yet, but not exactly how you want to get started in the spring training.
Oh, man.
And to our chat, Slim, Armando Benitez. Yeah, you know what? The Mets already have Armando Benitez. His name is Yuris Familia.
Ooh. Shots fired.
Have you seen the Spider-Man? Have you seen the Spider-Man meme of the Spider-Man pointing at each other? That's Armando Benitez and Yuris Familia. They're the same pitcher, bro. They just throw balls. They choke in the clutch moments.
The only thing I did like about Familia last year was that his sinker definitely was fixed, but everything else was just nowhere.
Yeah, well, he came into the league. He had that nasty splitter sinker mix, and it was gross. Like, it would drop out of the zone. People couldn't hit it, but now everyone's kind of figured out, like, oh, just don't swing at the splitter. It's going to fall out of the zone. Take it for a ball. Wait till it gives you that fastball, and if you could even get it down the plate, otherwise draw your walk. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. that had such a fall from grace from when he first came up.
He has such a walk problem. That's always been a problem with him. Familia. I mean, that's just ever since he had that first injury in 2017. I mean, the walks were always up, but then now they're just all at a all-time high as of right now. Last year, walk percentage at 15.8. I mean, that was bottom 4% in the league. That's insane. I mean, bottom 2% in the league in 2019. I mean, it's just if they can find a way to just unload that contract somehow, who knows?
Yeah, wishful thinking. Unfortunately, I don't think that'll happen. It'd be a blessing if someone would want to take a chance on him. You're a big Edwin Diaz guy. So what was Edwin Diaz's walk percentage last year? Give us some educate us casuals on Edwin Diaz.
Diaz is kind of a off the table type of guy where, if he's out of the zone, he's out of the zone for a little bit, but like I don't think the walks are as big as an issue as people say they are. I think people give up that kind of that impression of the per nine stats, which are kind of outdated as of right now because nobody really does pitch per nine, and you can't really project it through a result rate kind of when you record a walk. Who knows what really happens? Sometimes, the control could be off, the command could be off, but 11.9 walk rate in 2020 for him. That was definitely a career high, but definitely the bottom 20%. But the thing is that high kind of strikeout profile type of guy is definitely what you need in that closer position. That's definitely what he brings to the table. I think there's a little bit that kind of PTSD of results that happened with Diaz. But he's, whether people like it or not, he's good and he's at that elite level. That's a whole video worth of stuff that you can go over with Diaz.
Yeah, and if someone's the one to make it, it's you, because you are up to date on all the 100%. Edwin Diaz metrics.
I'm currently working on something for Pete Alonso, so look out for that, boys.
Okay. Yeah. What is that going to entail?
Talking about kind of what kind of went wrong for him in 2020. So there's a lot of things that went wrong for him. Little unlucky. Some of it was his fault. Some of it wasn't. What happened to Aaron? Yeah, something. He's taking leave from the team, isn't he, Aaron Boone? Really? I saw that a second ago.
Let's check it out. Maybe health reasons, something like that. Having surgery today to have a pacemaker. Wow. Open heart surgery in 2009. Will be on medical leave of absence. Ooh. That is that's a blow to the Yankees. I mean, I think he's pretty beloved by that fan base for the most part. He is really endeared himself.
I know the players respect him, yeah.
Oh, the players love really playing for Boone.
47 years old.
He actually, I am jealous of him as the Yankees manager. I have to say, I like Luis Rojas. I don't have any disdain for him, but at the same time, I think that Boone is just really good at interviews, at getting his going, getting them motivated. I'm a little sure about that with Rojas so far. It's early, but
the moves that Boone makes are extremely questionable for him. But as a clubhouse guy, he's a good guy. But
yeah,
I don't know. He's half and half with me. Sometimes I can't really figure out what he's doing.
It kind of seems to be the way baseball is going, though, as we've seen so much over the years, analytics and being driven by the front office, delivering strategy directly to the manager. It seems the reins have been taken out of their hands, and it's almost more important to just have a good clubhouse presence. A guy like Dave Roberts, for example, many questionable decisions over the years, and yet that team is always at the forefront, and largely because they're so talented. But I think he gets those guys going that love playing for him.
Yeah, I mean, Boone definitely has a loaded offensive lineup with with the Yankees, you know,
Taking a year off.
for me, the lack of versatility that team holds is the only reason why I don't really find them as intimidating. But you know, guys like Glaber, who's not that good defensively, Judge, who is good defensively but has some weaknesses to him, like strikeouts and stuff like that. Injuries, of course, is
Staying
a
on
thing
the
with
field.
them. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of faults that go on with them. Some of them aren't really their fault, but Malik Smith, take the bat off your shoulder, man.
That's outside. How about that one?
I would just
Come on
poke
now,
it the
Blue.
other way if I were him. He's got a long bat.
That Angel Hernandez behind the plate. I don't know about that call.
Angel Hernandez is behind the plate. Oh,
No. But it was a brutal call. It was outside. It looked like it could be Angel
Ew.
Hernandez with that strike zone.
I know he was the announcer for the Cardinals went after him the other day.
I heard about that. Yeah, in mid-season form, he said,
Oh,
to
man.
his strike zone.
They deserve an Oscar
Brutal.
for that one, or a
That's pretty good.
Emmy or whatever. It was awesome.
All right, so who do we have leading off? I think it's Nolan Arenado in the bottom of the third for the Cardinals. Yep, Nolan Arenado, and who's going to come in to pitch for the Mets now? It's got to be someone else.
I saw the list of pitchers that I posted in the Discord. I gotta move all the way back to that though. Let's see. It most likely will be. Man, these guys type a lot in this chat.
Yeah, I had to mute that Discord. That was a lot.
Yeah, I have it all muted. Jacob Barnes, I think, is coming in. Oh, there you go. Jacob Barnes. Oscar De La Cruz is probably going to pitch. Riley Gilliam. Okay, so since there's, 8 pitchers here, I'm going to guess that this is a 9-inning game. You have a 3-batter minimum, so yeah, it's a 9-inning game. The only guy I do not know is here. I'll copy-paste it and put it in here.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Copy pasta. There we go.
Native of Newport Beach, California, the newest Cardinal. What a resume it is.
Jeez, Nolan Arenado, since his debut, 5-time All-Star, 8-time Gold Glove, 4-time Platinum Glove, 4-time Silver Slugger, 5 seasons of 37 homers and 110 RBIs. I mean,
accolade-wise, that's already a Hall of Fame level career. I mean,
absolutely. I don't know if I could put Matt Chapman over him. I know Chapman's great, but Nolan Arenado is just
I would still say Nolan's better. Yeah, 100%. He's still in that top 3 conversation for me. I don't think he's the best, but
Reliever was a waiver claim from the Angels.
who would you put in there? Who do you think is number 1? Chapman or?
I have my list. I believe over him I have Rendon and Bregman. I could be mistaken.
Okay.
Bregman is definitely a better, more consistent offensive player. And their defense also pretty much matches up as well. Not obviously to that Arenado level, but I'm trying to find my spreadsheet that I have.
Barnes spikes that one about 54 feet to the plate, and he's struggling a little bit. You don't want to get behind on Arenado 2-0.
Ooh, nice pitch.
Throws one by him.
This guy throws gas. I know he does. Barnes.
He was with the Angels last year. Is that correct?
I believe he was.
Pretty sure the Mets picked him off waivers in the beginning of the offseason.
Man, this guy's top heavy-ish. Barnes is top heavy. He's all over that.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, what is my top 5 in third basemen? Let's see. Top 5: 1 Rendon, 2 Bregman, 3 Arenado, 4 J-Ram, and then 5 Chapman.
Wow. Okay. J-Ram. He gets forgotten about so much, Jose Ramirez of the Indians, just because he plays in Cleveland. And, they just, for some reason, don't get a lot of hype. And it's unfortunate. He's an incredible player.
He is incredible. Oh, yeah, 100%. I'm a huge fan of J-Ram. In my opinion, he was the best third baseman of 2020. I think he deserved MVP. Sorry, White Sox fans, but they were very close. But I would say, considering the defense that J-Ram can display, I would say that he was better than Abreu, the RBI merchant himself. Sorry if I'm insulting anybody who likes Jose Abreu.
So what do you think about Jose Ramirez? Do you see him staying with the Indians, or do you think that they will move him?
It seems like the Indians or Cleveland, don't cancel me. It seems like they're going to eventually clean house. I'm just hoping a big market like the Dodgers or the Yankees don't end up with him. I'd love him on the Mets. That'd be awesome.
Of course.
But let him go to a team that's like on that verge of doing something that's kind of like one move away, like maybe, I don't know, the Royals or, some team, a team that has like good pieces, a young core, such as the Royals, or a team maybe like, I don't know, maybe the Cubs. I don't know if they want to unload Bryant and then get Ramirez. I just don't want him going to the Dodgers. It's enough. No more to the Dodgers.
I agree. I can't stand the Dodgers always being in on the biggest player. Same for the Yankees, although they've taken a bit of a backseat to them in that regard. And please, not the Atlanta Braves. That will make the path to the National League East so much more difficult for the Mets if they somehow find a way to acquire Jose Ramirez. That would be really terrible for us.
Oh, man, a 3-4 of Freeman and Ramirez, that is just a nightmare.
That lineup would never end. And Ozuna, Alves, Acuna. Can't have it. So Jacob Barnes is having some control issues, just beamed Dylan Carlson on the back leg. So he's got first and second, no one out.
Oh, man.
A lot of rust to be shaken off by these guys, so...
He's really fastball friendly right now. I think he's thrown like 7 fastballs already in these first 9 pitches.
He's got a cutter he's mixed in there as well. So he actually got, I think, one swing and miss from Arenado on the cutter, which was sitting at 88. The fastball at 95. That's a nice little difference there.
Another reason why I don't get why they didn't bring back Justin Wilson, because his cutter, I'm pretty sure, like goes up to, what is it? 92? I don't even know. Justin Wilson's cutter is disgusting.
Yeah, it's a head scratcher to me that, especially in the light of the news about Seth Lugo getting surgery and missing the first month or two of the season, that Alderson did not go out and get more bullpen help.
It seems like it's going to rely on a lot of these young guys, such as Sam McWilliams, Sapucki, who's the other guy that they brought in? Obviously Trevor May is obviously going to step up a bigger role. I'm trying to think of other guys that they have. It's going to look like any quality depth that they bring into that bullpen. It's going to rely on that a lot, which kind of does make me nervous with the AAA to major league transfer that they used to do, with guys like Tyler Bachelor and Corey Oswalt and Chris Mazza. The bullpen is definitely something to look out for. But I hope Miguel Castro can step up, who I think will break out this year. We'll see what happens. Control is definitely a concern with him, but it looks like he's been working on that with Hefner, which is nice.
He has the stuff. He has some very impressive, very impressive pitch repertoire. It's a matter of controlling it, pitching smart, and location control. Not really something you could teach. It's something you can work on, and hopefully that is something he's been focusing on because they'll need him. And you alluded to it earlier. Getting strikeouts in the bullpen is very important. I mean, keeping
100%.
the ball,
quick punch
keeping the ball out of play is big.
I think I downloaded this one graphic of Miguel Castro, like the horizontal movement of his sinker and slider, where it kind of does look promising, where he can keep control, but it still remains a question for him. We'll see if he can sustain that, but I don't know. Sean Green's still out there? Wow.
Yeah, Shane Green
still
is still out there.
Shane Green, Sean Green, same thing, right? Johnny
Same
and
thing.
Jolly, same thing.
Johnny and Jolly.
Johnny and Jolly.
All right, let's see what Barnes does here. 1-1. Not a bad pitch there. Fastball just off the plate. 2-1 count. This is Knight Kaiser, who had a single, I believe, in the second inning.
Just be out there and help the team. Majority of that for him is going to be behind the plate. It's going to be a decision that the Cardinals have to make by the end of this spring training this evening. And the club, do they benefit by having him get more experience, but playing every day? Going to
But a lot of guys from the bench pretty much succeed last year. I know Vito was good, and then Marisnik had some good at-bats. Be nice to have a good second unit. Definitely.
Yeah, every good team has it. Every good team needs that second unit. Barnes,
100%.
Scraddick, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you checking in. Yeah, I was saying earlier, VR is someone I like, but I really wanted Kike Hernandez as someone that's lived in LA a while and been to many Dodger games. He's beloved by that fan base. Right field corner, down for a hit, rolling up against the wall, fielded nicely by Almora, gets it in quickly. It won't matter. 2 runs come in. The Cardinals take the lead, 6-5 on a 2-run double from Nagasaki. Sorry, Neisner.
Oh, man.
Mets pitching was great yesterday. Shut out the who'd we play yesterday, Mets fan?
The Trastros. The Asterix.
Right. The Mets shut the Astros down over 6 innings and 0 runs, but today not looking so good. To be fair, our 2 guys so far today have been Jared Eichhoff and Jacob Barnes, 2 guys who probably don't make the team, so not very concerning to me, but still never loved to see 6 runs in 3 innings. Yikes.
Yeah, the only guy I'm looking forward to seeing pitch is I have 2. Obviously, Killamay. I want to see how he transferred from last year. And then Marcel Renteria, a guy that one of the big prospect guys on Twitter, Ernest Dove, he is very big on him. So I do want to see. I've had some conversations with him. He's a nice guy. One guy that I hope to have on Mets Weekly eventually. He is a cool guy. All right, he's fine in the strike zone, but he's hanging a few of them.
I think that's been his problem. He's either been wild, and when he is in the zone, it's kind of right down the middle, and that's sort of the same story of Eichhoff in the first 2 innings. And he can't live like that for very long.
He's keeping it away from him.
Probably this is what his first spring training appearance. He's got a lot of rust to shake off. Can't be too alarmed by it, but obviously not a great first showing. Ranking the spring training complexes just based on what I'm seeing on TV, the Cardinals have like the worst looking one. I hate that like Motel 6 looking thing in the outfield. It's so weak.
Yeah. The MLB The Show type of backdrops, It's like cheap and disgusting.
It's like a classic AAA stadium on MLB The Show. Like the Mets at Clover Park have the berm. It's sweet out there, but this one, Terrible.
A lot of that money they used on that facility probably could have got Rendon in free agency, but
True. I think they
You
actually
know.
share this with New Orleans.
they may. Oh man.
Another base hit. That one is Lane Thomas. He's one of their top prospects, I believe.
Yeah, I know they have. Is Edmund still considered a prospect? And they have
I guess he
Carlson
might
as
fall
well.
under that category. Yeah, Dylan Carlson, probably the starting left fielder at this point.
Mm.
24 pitches for Jacob Barnes.
Aye.
Yeah, that looks like it might be it for Barnes. No, just the player mound visit.
Yeah.
Drawing for the New York Mets.
Is
So
this
runners
his
on the
inning to
corner.
finish?
Well, we do have this rule now where a manager may decide to end an inning early if he has come to the conclusion his pitcher has thrown enough pitches and is unable to finish the inning. So that could come into effect here if Barnes does not get through it here.
This preschool modified baseball. What are we doing here?
Hey, if it's spring training, I got no problem with it. But if this ever got to the real season, that's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Have that. Actually, maybe it would help the Mets a little bit.
Frank just made a good made a good point on Twitter. He just said he doesn't see Jacob Barnes making the team over Drew Smith, which is a really good point.
Nito picks it up out of the dirt and throws out a potential would-be base stealer. Nicely done by Tomas Nito.
Nito with his
That'll help
top-tier pop time. Top-tier
Nice
pop
throw.
time.
Nice throw there by Nito. Right on the money. Good tag from VR. VR's at
I think
shortstop today.
We've caught two guys at second base already. McCannon yesterday, the McCannon, and then now Nito. Awesome.
Yeah, not something we as Mets fans are used to over the last 7-8 years, man.
We're used to base runners pretty much just running all over us.
Yeah, well, that actually brings me to a question. How do you feel about stolen bases in today's game?
I think it depends on the situation. If you're down by a run and you have somebody who is known for being successful on the base paths like that, go for it. Of course, I love the old-fashioned hit and run. I love when Terry Collins would do that. But it depends on the situation. And that kind of plays into the analytics of how well they kind of do in that situation. And if you have no data on that, make the test. Spring training is the perfect time to do it. So it's a perfect time to test it out. By the way, Miguel Castro is 6'7". I did not know that. I know he's a lanky guy, but I did not know he's that tall. Oh man. This has got to be it for Barnes. There's no way.
Yeah, Barnes struggling. Is giving up runs this inning. Couple doubles, singles. Walk to Arenado to lead off the inning, and they're almost back to his spot in the order. They've almost battered around at this point. For me, for stolen bases, I don't think that a team's stolen bases over the course of the season is indicative of success. A team that steals only 10 in a season versus one that steals 80 won't necessarily mean one's better than the other. I do think that they are still important. A lot of people say, just ignore stolen bases, but I mean, it does change the context and all of the game in particular innings. And the Mets have been abused on the base paths in the last 5-6 years.
The one thing I can't stand with Syndergaard is that he allows a lot of stolen bases. He sometimes gets flustered from the stretch. That's the only thing I can't stand with Syndergaard, and I don't understand how, because he does have a quick delivery to the plate. But I don't know if it's like some kind of off-balance thing that he has from the stretch, but maybe Stroman can teach him with that balance. I don't know. Again, it depends on that situation. It's nice to have guys who can steal bases when you need it. We have that kind of stuff like Malik Smith, maybe Jonathan VR. So it's good to have guys for every single possible situation because baseball is a very unpredictable game. You never know what is going to happen. A lot of different situations are. Oh my God! Wow. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, a lot of situations happen, so we'll see what happens. I don't know. It's a
see if Barnes can get out of this inning. I would have to imagine that the pecking order for that last spot, as far as pitchers in the Mets roster, is probably something like Joey Lucchesi, Jordan Yamamoto, Drew Smith, and then maybe you get down to Jacob Barnes or Franklin Colomé, those kinds of guys.
I would probably say that. I would probably say that Drew Smith would probably be a lock for that number 5 spot if he didn't have Tommy John surgery because he could probably go the distance like that. But as of right now, there's a little bit of a setback for him in his career, so we'll see. There he goes.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe this is going to be a moment where Rojas is going to pull the plug early on the inning because Barnes has nothing. And, yeah, it looks like he's walking off the mound. Yep, that's it.
Wow.
So, Jacob Barnes comes in
the game.
He pitches 2/3 of an inning, gives up 3 runs, 2 walks, 3 hits, and ends the inning early, unable to complete it himself.
Wow. Well, at least we got Mr. Alvarez leading off.
What's going on with his hat in his picture? What is going on there, dude? This is
I have no clue. I'm kind of into
it. That's not even Alvarez, is it?
I kind of like it.
I don't think that's Francisco Alvarez. That doesn't.
I think he used to. I think he used to have a beard, right?
That is not him, dude. I have a picture of him on my other tab. That is not Francisco Alvarez.
Let's see.
Actually, it actually might be without the. I think it is without the beard. I don't know what's going on with the hat though. He looks drunk. He looks like he stumbled in hungover.
Yeah,
that is brutal.
Looks
that
like
is so brutal.
Who used to tip the hat the other way? Was that Fernando Rodney or something?
Yeah, Fernando Rodney, notorious. Oh God, that's brutal.
No.
I am interested to see his at bat here, though. I think he struck out in the first. Is that right?
I believe he did. One thing I do like about Alvarez is his ability to go the other way. So we'll see.
Yesterday, we got a little taste of some of the other top prospects for the Mets in their spring training game versus the Astros. We saw at-bats for Brett Beatty, Pete Crow Armstrong, and Ronnie Mauricio. All 3 of them went down on strikes, though. All of them struck out.
They did.
Nothing to put too much stock into there. The fact that spring training right now is incredible, considering Pete Crow Armstrong was in high school last year. So
he was.
He was actually going to the high school the same one that Max Fried, Giolito, and all those guys went to, Harvard Westlake Prep. Just a stone's throw away from where I live here in Los Angeles. I used to play them actually in high school ball.
Yeah, I think, with the major league depth that the Mets have as right now, there's nothing really to rush these guys all the way to the majors as of right now. It's good to give them a tryout. Obviously, they haven't gotten as many reps as they can with, minor league baseball getting shut down last year. They had the alternate trading site, but that can only do so much. So, it's a situation where if they get there, they get there. Whenever they're major league ready, that's going to be good, and they can be a very valuable part to the franchise eventually. But I don't think there's anything to rush because they are very young. Ooh.
Yeah, you hit on it. As Alvarez grounds to third, handled by Arenado, and he's retired for the first out. Last year, with the minor league season being completely shut down, not getting as many reps, especially just, basically facing the same pitchers within your organization at that alternate site. No reason why not to let these kids get a little their feet wet here in spring training right now. And for the most part, they're facing some probably AA or AAA pitchers as they get plugged in later in the game anyway. So I love the idea of letting them get some reps right now in spring.
The only guy I think is the closest to MLB ready is probably Matt Allen, but we still have not been able to see him yet. He is probably the only top prospect we have not seen so far. Matt Allen pretty much is like throwing, 96, 97 at age 19. So, yeah. Whew. I'm excited to see that. Let's just say that.
Such a shame Brody traded Kelenic. If he had kept Kelenic, man, and also simultaneously drafted Matt Allen the way he did, waiting for him in the third round, oh my gosh. He would have actually had a pretty good tenure as a Chief. Kevin PR pulls one down the left field line, scooped out of the corner by the left fielder. He'll pull into second with a 1-out double.
I saw people saying Jose Peraza looks like Drake. Is that true?
I don't know. I got to take a look now. Jose Peraza.
He got a double, and they're like Drake with a double platinum or whatever. What was I hearing? I don't know.
He's the Walmart version of Drake. Anybody with a beard just looks like Drake now. Is that all the?
Is that Drake?
No,
guys,
that's
is that
Jose
Drake?
Peraza. That was a rough picture of him. I won't lie, but he does not look like Drake. I mean, maybe a little bit there, but
maybe from the side.
Side profile.
Yeah.
Side profile. So happy to see PR get a base hit there. He's obviously going to be on the team. The Mets handed him a major league roster spot, which to me was very confusing. Didn't understand that one, but he will be on the team, so we have no choice.
2 for 2 today, so looking good.
Love that. So is VR, PR, and VR. That'll be fun to play with the whole season.
Especially if they were to like go back to back on something.
Wearing number 1. I thought they were going to retire that for Jordani Valdespin. What's going on?
Oh, that's what was it? Daryl Siciliani. Mets legends to wear number 1.
Daryl's Colin Cowgill, right?
Colin Cowgill. Was he 4 or 1? I remember seeing
he might have been 4.
Cowgill homered in a game I went to, I think, against the Giants. That was like the last I've ever seen of him.
Yeah, he actually played with the Angels last year.
Look at Colin Cowgill, man. He might be inspirational. I don't know, man.
Mets opening day.
I know he was with the A's for like a second.
I think he did play with the Angels in 2019 for a small cup of coffee.
I know he was with the A's for like a second. Let's see.
Probably while Sandy was running the team there in between.
The recent Mets to wear number 1. Justin Arrugiano. Who remembers that? Man?
Oh yeah, Ahmed Rosario, of course.
EYJ.
Oh, Jonathan PR gets into 1. Does it have enough? No.
Oh, what a catch by Carlson.
Oh, late break for PR. He still makes it in, tagging up the third.
Oh, man. I think my headset died. Whoops.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Sorry, dude. I got to kick you off the stream.
Oh, man.
I got another about 20 minutes or so, and then unfortunately I do have to log off, but we'll keep going for right now.
Die in unfortunate places.
Crooked numbers for the Cardinals.
This might have an echo to it, so I don't know if I want to do this, but
here's JD Davis. 2 for 2, 2 singles so far today. Takes that one outside. And, the big thing on J.D. Davis, we talked about, how's he going to feel
might have an echo to it. But
you
I might
can
have
live with
to
J.D.
get a
Davis.
wired headset here. Oh, he's dying at unfortunate points. Anyway. Plug it in for a little bit.
Davis
Wait
can
for the
hit
end
the
of the
way
inning
he
and
did
then
in the second half of 2019. Mets fans' headphone died, and I don't think he can hear me. But anyway, if J.D. Davis can hit the way he did in the second half of 2019, you'll live with the defense that he provides, and hopefully he'll improve on it. But if he hits the way he can, this lineup is a lot deeper. All of a sudden, one of the deepest in baseball. Got a 1-2 count on him right now from Elledge. Seth Elledge. Not heard of him before. This MLB.com at bat stream's a little bit ahead of the actual video stream, which is unfortunate. Takes that one away. And he has a 2-1 count. J.D. Davis, third time trying to get another single through the left side of the infield, but fielded by the shortstop, thrown out, and that ends the inning. Mets Talk with Hayden asked, do you think McNeil's power is going to come back this season? I'm okay if it is kind of in between. We don't need him to be a 30 home run guy. I think he has the potential to hit that, but if he's a 330 guy that's hitting, possibly the NL batting title, I'm not going to go crazy about hitting 20, 25 home runs. I do see him getting into some. He had one yesterday, an absolute bomb to right field. But I would put it at over under at 20. I don't think he'll hit more than 25 this year. And that's okay if he's hitting, 320 or 330, like he's shown he's capable of. And I saw an interesting statistic about McNeil. Him, Trout, and I forgot the other player, one of the other most elite players in baseball, are the only guys to have a 380 on base percentage in each of the last 3 seasons. So McNeil is more valuable than just a home run hitter. If you could bring that too, it's just gravy. Cardinals.com/5050 today. Looks to be turning into a nice day down in Jupiter, Florida. We are in our studios here in St. Louis with the Cardinals Hall of Famer Jim Edmonds. We have McLaughlin. So it is Franklin Colome coming into the game. That's welcome back, Mets fan.
All right.
Let's see what happens here. Let's finish this inning, and then we're going to wrap it up. Colome on the mound. First pitch. Oof. Just missed that one. Gets the fly out to left field. Wasn't terrible location on that pitch.
Killamay just needs to realize that he needs to realize that, you know, you don't have to just throw as hard as you can. And I think that's really kind of what got him in trouble. Kind of got him in trouble in with his Tommy John surgery. He's also pulled up a little too early.
He needs to use that body. I went to the Mets Fan Fest last year at Citi Field. He's gigantic.
Uh-oh.
He's 6'7", something like that. Another fly out. First pitch swinging for both of those guys, and both out to the left field. Interesting.
Attacking early.
And I at this point in spring training, I mean, those three guys, I don't believe them were noteworthy names. I didn't double check. Let's see who they were going after him. It was a guy named Delvin Perez and the first one, Jose Rondon. You know, I wonder if they have a scouting report on him, like, hey, first pitch swinging, or if that's not something they're thinking about this early in spring training. But it is something I'm curious about, seeing that it just happened.
I go right to the off-speed stuff if they're first pitch swinging type of guys. Straight to the off-speed, catch him off guard.
Fastball right down the middle. That one did not get the call. Oof. Squeeze me harder. Come on, Blue.
Last time we saw him, he was in Springfield.
Mendoza
Came up to Memphis just for a brief time.
down 3-0 to start this AB.
Played in only 60 games in the 2019 season.
You know, it looks effortless, though, from Colome.
It does. He's got some good stuff. I know his what was it? I know his sinkers is made pitch. I know that, but
Feels like we acquired him forever ago. I mean, we got him in the trade with the Phillies for his Drupal Cabrera at the 2018 deadline.
I don't even know. So that would make him, what, he was like 20. Was he 21 at that point? 20?
It sounds right. I would imagine he's got to be maybe 24 or 25 now. Nice pitch there.
That's a good pitch.
Right on the corner. Is that a cutter? Sinker. Okay. 93-mile-per-hour sinker. Not bad.
Yeah, I usually react to the game with Mets fans only every day. We're usually live on his channel. If you ever want to join, you can join as well. We're trying to get as many Met fans in there. Yep, sure. Why not? I always have a link to the game, so
let's do it for their next game.
He never said anything today to me. I think he's probably doing something else, but probably goes live later.
Ooh, who's that at first base? Is that Martinez?
I think that was... Yeah, it was Martinez. Nice.
Jose Martinez. Nice little play going to his right and the flip to Colome to retire the side. So a 1-2-3 for Colome. Finally keep the Cardinals off the board for the first time today here in the fourth inning. Guys, I'm going to have to wrap it up. I have to get going. I want to thank Mets fan from YouTube for joining. If you guys don't already know, he has a great YouTube channel. You want to tell us a little bit about it, Mets fan?
Yeah, I'm a analytics guy. Go into those deep, in-depth analytics, crack a few narratives, maybe. Sometimes talk about some history of the game. I got some stuff that I'm going to be working on after the game. Hopefully this one can finish up pretty quickly. And I got some stuff coming out, so it's going to be fun.
And before I get going, I got to give you guys a little loop right here. My boy right here. Mookie Wilson, right here and watching the game.
I got my Mookie ticket over there, so yeah.
So
nice.
Thank you guys for joining. We'll be doing another stream hopefully tomorrow on Mets Fans Only YouTube channel. Mookie's tired too. He's ready to get going. Thank you guys for joining, and thank you for joining me, Mets fan. We'll talk to you guys soon.